The most kindest thing someone has ever told me, it was through a text. I posted a picture and someone told me that I love the way you dress. Just the statement, I love the way you dress. And being a person who loves fashion, who wants to do something more with fashion, I just felt boosted. I just felt like someone appreciates me, someone appreciates what I do. And if one person could appreciate it, means there's other more people out there who think that I dress good.
So the kindest thing that has ever happened to me is that my friends threw a birthday party for me. I was at home, I didn't know anything. They surprised me in town and they threw a birthday party for me. So I felt awesome and it's good. Like, it was the greatest feeling ever. That's all.
The most kindest thing someone has ever told me was that I really look cute and I have nice hair. That actually made me feel so nice and very confident about myself. It was so amazing and a good feeling.
The kindest thing someone has ever done for me is showing up when I was sick, I was admitted, and he came to the hospital and I felt happy and loved. Yeah.
The most kindest thing that somebody has ever told me, it happened last year on the 25th of December. I was walking and I met a stranger. The stranger told me that he liked my glasses and I was very shocked about it because nobody has ever told me such a thing. I felt so happy about it and I went home feeling very excited. Because nobody has ever noticed it.
I believe the kindest thing that someone has ever said to me is that I have a beautiful soul. I believe it was in church, if I'm not wrong, and it made me feel really nice, as in like for someone to tell me I have a beautiful soul. I was left speechless.
The person, he is my boyfriend and it was like a week ago. Yeah.
Okay, the kindest thing that I've ever experienced in my life is one day I was in a matatu heading to school. And then I was seated with one person. Then the person offered me to pay for my transport. It was kind because I was happy in a way that we still have good people in this life, this generation. So that was the kindest thing I ever experienced once in my life. Yes. Okay, it made me feel like I'm loved in a way that we still have people who love each other, who care for each other, even though we don't know about them and their whereabouts. Yeah.
So the kindest stuff mtu ashanifanyia ni street boy alinipea school ID. I was in a rush, ikaanguka, akanichukulia na akaniletea. It was so kind of him. Yeah.
How did you
Nilifeel at least kuna humanity imebaki kwa streets. Ataka watu wanawadharau. So yeah.
So the kindest thing someone did for me was to wish me a happy birthday. Nobody had even thought of wishing me, and in addition he bought me some sneakers which I really loved, and it was my girlfriend. It was during this year on April. Yeah.
And how did you make you feel?
It made me feel like happy. Even I was speechless because it was just randomly. It was like a surprise. I just felt like someone is there for me. Yeah. For me, that's the kindest thing I've ever felt.
The kindest thing that was ever done to me was back in 2003 when I was called by my physics teacher, and she was inquiring whether I was going for a camp in Mombasa, and I said no. And she wanted to know the reason why I was not attending with other students. And then I told her that I could not afford. It was about 3,000 that time in 2003, and she offered to pay for me the camp fee. So I was grateful. I felt good, and it was the most kind thing that was ever done to me that time, being a mono in Form 1.
What is the name of the teacher?
She's Mrs. Mwete. She's Mrs. Mwete from Meko Girls High School in 2003. Yeah.
The kindest thing someone has ever done to me is when I was given 1,000 bob in the club by a random guy. So nilikuwa nimeenda for my first date, and this guy left me in the club alone. So this random guy just came, gave me the 1,000 bob and told me to go sort myself out. So I was glad and I felt so happy, and that's probably the kindest thing ever. Thank you.
Okay, there's this time someone, just a random stranger, told me I'm pretty, and it was in town, and it made me feel good and happy. Yeah.